Whether you like them or not, they're everywhere. TV shows, video games,
Chicken
movies,
jockey!
and they're here to stay because of people like me. I'll admit it, I love the zombie genre, and Black Ops 3 is still the best Call of Duty, and I will fight for that opinion to this day! I just can't get enough of my zombies. World War Z is great, Dying Light is goated, Dead Island is a classic, The Last of Us? She is very gorgeous to me! Goofy and zombies go together like bread and butter. Not every zombie game is goofy, but the ones that are can stand with the greats. And yes, I am talking about Dead Rising. You can do the funniest things in these games alongside fighting some of the most ridiculous psycho boss fights. Comparing the cutscenes to the gameplay makes me wonder if they're even from the same game, especially in the earlier titles where the story goes so hard for no reason. I think the best example for this is Dead Rising 1. Not to discredit Dead Rising 2 or 3, but Dead Rising 1 had the best atmosphere in any of the games. It didn't take itself too seriously outside of the story. You could definitely tell which cutscene is meant for a story beat or not, depending on how serious it is. Kent, Adam, and Steven are so ridiculous that I can't help but laugh when they're on screen. You can dress Frank in a whole bunch of different clothes that show in the cutscenes, making them funny, and the story was well crafted altogether, making it one of the best zombie games of all time. Now while we're on the subject, the older Call of Duty titles definitely had their moments in zombies, specifically Black Ops 1. I was 9 when Black Ops 1 came out. Yeah, get it out. You up, bro.
You're getting up there.
You old as hell, bro. Shut up! Anyways, Black Ops 1 probably had the most out-of-pocket voice lines in any of the games. Do y'all remember Ultimus Richtofen?
I would hurt so good if I put my hand in there. Yeah, this makes the big hole. I like big holes. So sharp, so long.
The others had their moments too, like Dempsey breaking the fourth wall while Nikolai and Takeo were walking stereotypes. All four of these personalities clashing while taking out zombies made it stand out, and people wanted more of it. Black Ops 2 and 3 would later release, easing up on the focus of Ultimus since they were kind of left on the moon, and more on Victus and Primus, the latter of which would go on to create the best Call of Duty Zombies experience of all time.
You ain't scared yet. Things that go bump in the night. Me, Sam B.
Dead Island was the first multiplayer zombie game that I have fond memories of outside of Call of Duty. Dead Island had an amazing trailer when it first dropped, but it didn't really reflect the game at all. I'm sure we all remember it for its amazing score and cinematography. However, when the game dropped, I didn't really think too much of it until I played it with my little brother. I was having the time of my life on there, getting thrown off cliffs by thugs. So naturally, when it got remastered for the PlayStation 4, I asked a friend of mine to beat the game with me. It was equally as fun as it was back then, partly because of nostalgia, mostly because I enjoyed the game overall. Dead Island was a great game with big ideas, but not a lot of commitment. If it weren't for Dead Island, we wouldn't have gotten Dying Light though, a game that I hold in much higher regard. Dying Light's trailer was not only a great watch, but it was tied into the game as well. It was everything that Dead Island tried to be. Multiplayer was great, the gameplay was fun, the graphics were phenomenal, the crafting system came back, and the parkour still hasn't been topped since its release back in 2015. I had a blast beating this game with my friends because of the freedom that Dying Light gives you that Dead Island tried to give you. Ironically enough, the city of Haran feels alive. It's filled with small details that most of us wouldn't even notice, and if you look closely, it has a close resemblance to the city portion of Dead Island. The ideas were there, but Dead Island crawled so Dying Light could parkour. So, what exactly am I yapping about? Well, zombies as a whole is very near and dear to my heart. It's what I grew up with, so just being able to turn my brain off for a few hours and play Black Ops, being invested in the amazing stories of Dead Rising 1 or Dying Light, or just simply playing a fun zombie game with my friends gave me a lot of comfort. I remember after long days of school, I would go home, rush to get my homework done on Fridays, sit on the couch, and play some zombies. It's what I looked forward to every weekend, and it kind of became my little ritual. And don't even get me started on summer breaks. There is a reason why I have over 1,500 hours in Black Ops 3 alone. And I know I've only mentioned zombie video games so far besides World War Z, but that's not to say that I didn't watch any zombie movies growing up, because I definitely did. World War Z, Zombieland, and Train to Busan are all great zombie movies to me, but there's nothing quite like being able to take out the zombies yourself. The reason why I believe video games are better at zombie content and storytelling is because you are in control of the main character. You are the reason why the story can even go forward in the first place, so it allows you to take in the world and the atmosphere at your own pace. You can watch the characters grow as they overcome challenges in their own stories. That level of immersion to me cannot be topped when it comes to compelling stories and gameplay. Using The Last of Us as an example, you play as Joel, who loses his daughter on Outbreak Day. He is forced to smuggle a girl named Ellie out of a quarantine zone, and they both have their guards up around each other the whole time. As they fight off infected, hunters in Pittsburgh, David and the cannibals, they begin to trust one another, talking like they've known each other for years. You watch Joel become a surrogate father to Ellie, so when he finally reaches the hospital and is revealed that they're willing to kill Ellie for a chance at a vaccine, he snaps. He refuses to lose Ellie because he sees her as a daughter, so he murders everyone to get back to her. And yet you can empathize with him because it wasn't just Joel and Ellie on this journey. It was you too.